What's good, YouTube? Sensational Series here, and I'm back with another Tom Clancy's The Division Vendor Reset video. We're here for March 18th, 2022's Vendor Reset. So let's get right into this and see what we got good for this week. For our first gear items, head over to Camp Hudson. Here the weapons vendor has a high velocity magazine. For our next gear items, we're still at Camp Hudson. Head over to the gear vendor here. We got a tactical pack with the talent Relentless. And also here we got a prototype performance mod with 7% support station range. For our next gear items, head over to the base of operations. Here the Dark Zone gear vendor has a tactical mask with the talent rehabilitated. And also here we got a 5.52 hollow sight. For our next gear items, we're still at the base of operations. Head over to the gear vendor here. We got a prototype performance mod with 3.50% sticky bomb damage. For our next gear items, we're still at the base of operations. Head over to the advanced weaponry vendor here. We got a police M4. Next here we got a double barrel shotgun. Also here we got an extended magazine. Next here we got a timer suppressor. For our next gear items, we're still at the base of operations. Head over to the special equipment vendor, and here we got a Cassidy. Next here we got a historian. Also here we got an operator mask with the talent refreshed. Next here we got an operator pack with the talent inventive. Also here we got a prototype performance mod with 5% ballistic shield damage resilience. Next here we got a heavy magazine spring. Also here we got an Omega rifle suppressor. Next here we got a vertical grip. For our next gear items, we're still at the base of operations. Head over to the special blueprints vendor. Here we got a classic M60 blueprint with a gear score of 256. Next here we got a military M9 blueprint with a gear score of 256. Also here we got a firearms gloves blueprint with a gear score of 256. Next here we got an EXP S3 holographic sight tan blueprint with a power level 34. And also here we got a compensator blueprint with a power level 34. For our next gear items, head over to Camp Clinton. Here the special equipment vendor has a liberator. Next here we got a Cassidy. Also here we got an M700 carbine. Next here we got a military M60 E4. Also here we got a Spec Ops mask with the talent rehabilitated. Next here we got a Spec Ops armor with the talent reckless. Next here we got an operator pack with the talent specialized. Also here we got a timer suppressor. For our next gear items, we're still at Camp Clinton. Head over to the special blueprints vendor, and here we got a snub nose rhino blueprint with a gear score of 256. Next here we got a firearms mask blueprint with a gear score of 256. Also here we got an electronics vest blueprint with a gear score of 256. And also here we got a flash hider blueprint with a power level 34. For our next gear items, head over to Dante's Run. Here the gear vendor has a prototype stamina mod with 4% bleed resistance. And also here we got a prototype performance mod with 5% support station healing speed. For our next gear items, head over to the Firewall. Here the gear vendor has a tactical pack with the talent specialized. Next here we got a prototype firearms mod with 3% damage to elites. And also here we got a prototype performance mod with 4% ballistic shield damage. For our next gear items, head over to West 31st Street checkpoint. Here the Dark Zone vendor has a tactical pack with the talent inventive. And also here we got a small grip red. For our next gear items, head over to West 39th Street checkpoint. Here the Dark Zone vendor has a classic M1A. And also here we got an Omega rifle suppressor. For our next gear items, head over to West 42nd Street checkpoint. Here the Dark Zone vendor has a gunslinger vest with the talent vigorous. For our next gear items, head over to West 53rd Street checkpoint. Here the Dark Zone vendor has a covert SRS. Next here we got an operator mask with the talent enduring. And also here we got a prototype firearms mod with 262 firearms and 2.50% exotic damage resilience. For our next gear items, head over to the Park Ave checkpoint. Here the Dark Zone weapons vendor has an M700 carbine. For our next gear items, head over to East 42nd Street checkpoint. Here the Dark Zone vendor has a prototype performance mod with 5.50% first aid ally gear. For our next gear items, head over to East 40th Street checkpoint. Here the Dark Zone vendor has a prototype performance mod with 4% seeker mine damage. For our next gear items, head over to the 5th Ave checkpoint. Here the Dark Zone vendor has a prototype firearms mod with 264 firearms and 3,153. For our next gear items, head over to DZ4 safe room. Here the Dark Zone gear mod vendor has a prototype firearms mod with 261 firearms and 2,841 skill power. And also here we got a prototype performance mod with 5.50% first aid self-heal. For our next gear items, head over to DZ9 safe room. Here the Dark Zone weapon mod vendor has a high velocity magazine. Alright everybody, that's it for our Tom Clancy's The Division Vendor Reset video for March 18th, 2022's Vendor Reset. I hope everybody tuned into it, found out something that they needed. Smash on that 7 like button, y'all appreciate that support, and I'll see y'all with the next one. Take care, peace.